Well, good morning. Today we're doing Acts 2, 42 to 47, and as usual, if you haven't read it yet, take a break, read it, and come back when you're done. This is probably one of the key passages in the book of Acts. There's lots of great stuff in the book of Acts, but this particular passage really lays out what the early church, or how the early church in Jerusalem behaved. And that this is, if you will, a model for even today's church and what we're supposed to be about and how we're supposed to be about and what the church really ought to look like. Notice that as you read through the passage that there's a lot of, they're spending a lot of time together. A lot of time together. In fact, if you'll notice, they're spending time every day together. They're hanging out together. Now, there's 3,000 of them. The church has gone from 120 to 3,000. And the question that they're faced with is, how do we disciple that many people? How do we help 3,000 people, which is now 3,120 people, if you will, how do we help them become faithful and effective disciples of Jesus Christ? They did it without a building. They did it without a written Bible, and they did it without seminaries and ordained clergy. The way they did it, pretty much only way they could have done it, is they divided up these 3,000 by 120, which means that for each person in the church, they were responsible for discipling 25 people. So there was a bunch of small groups, if you will, going on. A lot of small groups. And notice everyone in the church was involved. Everyone met together. Everyone hung out together. They didn't join in the clubhouse. They spent time together. So take a look at this passage and look at how the church behaved, how the church did the discipling. And then I invite you to take a look at your own church calendar and at your own church's leadership and the way the average church member behaves. Are they all in, working in discipling people, or is this a hobby in a clubhouse? And if it is, what are you going to do about it? Hey, we'll see you next week.